Hello students, in this video we are going to study various types of precipitation. The precipitation, which is one of the important process involved in a hydrologic cycle, and it plays an important role for developing a runoff, for developing a evaporation, for developing a infiltration drift. So here we are going to study various types of precipitation as well as the forms of precipitation. As we had studied the hydrologic cycle, we get the idea that we had got the idea that the precipitation is one of the important process which are involved in a hydrologic cycle. So let's focus on this precipitation. Just in the previous slide, we had defined the precipitation. That is, it is the fall of moisture from the atmosphere to the surface area or to the earth surface in any form. Any form means it is in the liquid form, it is in the solid form, or it is in a semi-liquid form also. So let's deal with the types of a precipitation. See, generally these types of a precipitation is classified according to the factors which are responsible of for lifting the air masses. So based on this, we have a four types of a precipitation: the cyclonic precipitation, convective precipitation, then we have a orographic precipitation, then precipitation due to the turbulence eddies. So let's deal with our first precipitation type, that is cyclonic precipitation. Generally, we know that the cyclones generally occur because of the low pressure area that occur in some region. Then the cyclones are uh, produced in such a area or in such a region. So in this the cyclone generally it is in the shape of a chimney. We can say that a chimney. So sometimes it's a reduced part, or it's the low diameter part, the reduced diameter part will be at the bottom side, and the enlarged diameter part will be at the upper side. Generally, this type of a cyclone will occur on the surface, and sometimes surface as well as in the water surface area also. And sometimes it is in the reverse manners, means the reduced diameter part will be at the upper side, and the enlarged diameter part will be at the lower side. So this type of when the this uh, chimney like section will occur, this type, because of the low pressure area, then it is known as a cyclone. So because of this cyclone, the precipitation that will occur is known as a cyclonic precipitation. So generally, in this, the lifting of an air masses which converging into a low pressure area of a cyclone. Generally, this process helps to occur and helps to generate the precipitation, cyclonic precipitation. But this cyclonic precipitation again divides it into a two sub points or two sub types, that is frontal and non-frontal cyclonic precipitation. See, generally front means what? Front means border region between the two air masses which are having a different temperature and different humidity. So when these two air masses meets, and which are having a different temperature, different humidity, then the precipitation that will occur, it is known as a frontal as well as a non-frontal. So the non-frontal means what? When the warmer air, or we have a two type of air masses, in the denser or in a hotter area we have a warmer or hotter air. Then in a colder region we have a colder air mass. So when the warmer air mass is at the stationary and the colder air mass will meet the warmer air, and this warmer air is lifted and cools down at the higher altitude, and the precipitation that occur is known as a non-frontal cyclonic precipitation. In this process, the warmer air is at the stationary and colder mass will flow and meets to the warmer air, and the precipitation that will occur is known as a non-frontal cyclonic precipitation. So again, in the frontal precipitation, the colder air mass is at a stationary, uh, and the warmer air from the south region that will meet to the colder air mass, and the colder air mass it becomes heavier under the run of a warmer air, and the flow in the form it is the flow becomes in the form of a flat wedges that force the warmer air to lift at a higher altitude, and then it cools down, and the precipitation that will occur is known as a frontal precipitation. So generally this precipitation will occur just because of the cyclone action. So the next precipitation type is a convective precipitation. So in this precipitation, this is generally caused due to the natural upward movement of air that is warmer than the surrounding. So it is a natural process of lifting the warmer air masses at the higher altitude. See, generally in this type, this occurring because of the precipitation that will occur. It is because of the difference in a temperature from the unequal heating at the surface. Means sometimes it comes as a colder, and sometimes because of the hotter region. So because of this difference in the temperature, the unequal heating, the temperature will increase suddenly, the temperature will decrease suddenly. So because of this action, the precipitation that will occur is known as a convective precipitation. So this natural uplifting of air masses develops the tremendous velocity, and this type of a precipitation generally fall in the form of a shower, which is having a high density and having a short duration. Then the third type is orographic precipitation. So this type of a precipitation generally occur in our Maharashtra, or generally in the region of hilly areas or mountain areas. So how it is caused? See, it is caused due to the lifting of a warmer air masses due to the topographic barriers. See, we have a one natural water resource is there. So because of the evaporation, the air masses will lift up at the upper direction or in the upward direction. So when this air masses flows, and when in the path of the flow of this air masses, warmer air masses, if there is a topographic barrier comes, so because of this topographic barrier, this air masses again lifts up at the higher altitude, and it cools down, and the precipitation that will occur is known as a orographic precipitation. So generally if you see, or generally if you have idea that the beyond the mountain area or beyond the hilly area, the generally there is a shadow of a rain. Just we feel that yes, the rain is coming in very short period, but this will not happen. So this area is non called as a rain shadow area, or this is called as a leeward portion. And when the precipitation that is occur in the in front region and in front face of the mountain, that region is called as a windward side. So in the windward side, we have a greatest amount of a precipitation, and in the leeward side, we have a very less precipitation. So this precipitation generally occurs in Himalayan region, in the Western Ghat, that is at the Sahyadri region, where there is a hill or mountain area is available. So the last type is the precipitation due to turbulent eddies. This is generally happen because of the uh, forcefully lifting of air masses because of the greater friction between the earth surface and the air masses. So because of this greater friction, these masses will rise up, and it ultimately condensed and precipitation occurs. So the rainfall which occurs in a winter, generally in a Chennai or nearby the coastal areas, so it is because of this type of a precipitation. So after looking the types of a precipitation, that we had got the idea about the, because of the lifting process, because of the cyclonic process, we have the we are divided this type of a precipitation in various types. So in which manner, in which form this precipitation actually fall on the earth surface? So let's see the forms of a precipitation. So generally we are dividing and we are classifying these forms of precipitation from the vapor state or from the semi-liquid state up to the solid state. So let's see one by one. We have a first form is a drizzle. See, drizzle is the form of a precipitation in which the size of a droplet is less than or it is under the 0.5 mm. That means it is very much lighter. So when it falls down or when it falls on the earth surface, if there is a high temperature, so in between the path, in the middle path of the flow, its flow, this may be disappear, and sometimes this will be float in the air. So it does not reach on the earth surface. So its size is very much less, that is under the 0.5 mm, and its intensity is also less than 1 mm per hour. Then we have a rain. Generally during the monsoon period we can see the raindrops. So this raindrops, its size of droplet is varies from 0.5 mm to 6.25 mm, and as this drop is greater, so this is tends to this has the tendency to break down when it falls on the earth surface. Then we have a glaze. See, glaze means what? Drizzle that will float, which will float in the air. When this drizzle comes in a contact with the cold object, it freezes. So when it freezes, this form is called as a glaze. So it feels like that. Yes, the precipitation that will occur, but it does not reach on the surface, but it feels that it is a colder one. So this form is called as a glaze. Glaze. Now we have a sleet. Sleet, it is nothing but when the raindrop, that means the size of a droplet having a size that is zero point 0.5 above the 0.5 mm, then when this rain droplets cool down, and while falling through the air, when it cools down, then this form is called as a sleet. Now, next is a snow. It is the form of a ice crystal resulting from a sublimation. Sublimation means what? It is when the water vapor change to directly into a ice. This is called as a sublimation. Then the snowflakes, number of ice crystals fuse together to form a snowflakes. And the last one is the hell. It is a lump or it is the bulb of ice which is having a size over a 5 mm, and it is formed because of the alternate melting or alternate freezing, or we can say the, yes, freezing or melting. When this type of form of precipitation occur, it is known as a hell, and it is also carried up and down because of the highly turbulent air, because of the highly turbulent action. So these are the forms of the precipitation. Thanks for watching this video.